All right, so this is how we're going to set up scenario 3 of our market garden. This is supposed to be Nyman Bridge over there, and then this is the other bridge in the second river for the 82nd Airborne. This is not to scale. This is not a simulation. This is almost like a what if and microcosm scaled down, trying to make it more like what you would do at an event or tournament or something where people could just get together and have fun with it, or try to make some rules so it's possible that people could play a pseudo market garden scenario and get the feel for it. It doesn't have to be perfect, just get the feel for it, because that's what Flames of War is about, is having fun and have a World War II flavor to it. So what we're doing here is, because I'm just doing this from memory, I remember that there's a forest here that they were expecting and there's supposed to be a hill there, so we'll put a hill by the road. There's supposed to be a forest that they're expecting a counterattack. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same reserves we used last time, where we roll a die, and no, it's on this side of the bridge facing the
This way?
probably the other way. Yeah.
Right.
And it's far away from the forest because they bombarded it from the hill into the forest.
Is it far away? Like
No, not like near the road or something.
all right.
All right. And so if he rolls, scattered reserves. So we've got 1, 2, 3 over there. What would we say? 4 over here, and 5, 6 on that side, because the SS are going to be arriving mostly over there. But the main counterattack. So the way we have the rules set up is that they actually didn't show up, but we want to encourage the Allies, to focus on that forest and make sure that it's clear, and then nothing shows up. So how do we make that mechanic? Well, if he rolls a 1, 2, or 3, he can hold that unit back around and then place it in, we'll say it has to come out on the 5, 6 area. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he holds it back around and it comes in next round over there. Now we'll say you could choose either there or here. But he loses the round that he has it on. So we're rolling a die. If you roll a 1, you get 0 points, so you get 5 points minus 5 for every pip. So if you roll 3, you get 10 points. And you could stack those points and you purchase your reserves of what's coming in. So it's a little bit different than what Battlefront has it. I think it's pretty stable. It worked out well last game, I thought, so we'll see if that holds true. So I'm going to do 60 points dropping airborne, and that's what I'm going to start out with. And the rules for the Germans is that he's got delayed scattered reserves, but he would normally roll for his, he's going to get an ambush, and he would roll for the ambush, and then that would count towards his delayed reserves. He starts with nothing, basically 0, but he gets that ambush that can come in early. He can place it wherever and whenever he wants. So instead of rolling, what he decided to do was bring in, you want to show the card? Got Michael Whitman, who's an automatic ambush. He's got a full HQ of 2 Tiger tanks. So there's 2 Tiger tanks lurking around with Michael Whitman. He's an absolute beast. He's going to be by himself for a while, or he's just not going to show up for a while, but that's his choice, and that was a good strategy. And then I get reserves coming in, airborne reserves, on turn 3. I start rolling for those guys to see if they come in. And then on turn 9, other stuff starts showing up. I would get the British airplanes will come in turn 9. He gets his 7.5s. They're going to come in over here. And then turn 11, I think he gets some armored infantry. It comes in off this corner, and my Stewarts show up. And then he's going to get his HQ on turn 12. And I think my Cromwells show up. And then turn 13, everybody else shows up. So it's going to be a while before they show up. So there might be some very quick turns. But that's how we have it set up. We'll see how it works out. This is all experimental. And that's it. Any last thoughts before we begin? So on turn 1, I'm going to start my drops. And then we're going to take it from there and see what happens.
One thing we did was if you used like a named card, like I'm using Michael Whitman right now.
Right. Can't use it in the next scenario. Like I used Turner Turnbull last turn, so I had to scramble and find new cards, which is why I got some extra bombs and French resistance rate. So when he starts rolling, I can make him re-roll if I want. So if he rolls a 6, I can plop that card and say, no, you got to roll again. So we'll see how this one affects that as well. So that's it, and we're gonna start with turn 1. All right, so I dropped, and so now this acts as my first turn. So I drop on the first turn, and now the Germans will get to go on their turn 1. And the rule that we kind of messed up last game, I think we refined here, is that since we have airborne reserves, if you drop, then you can't move or shoot on the turn you drop in. So we'll see how that works out. But you can see my first platoon is here with the HQ right behind it. Second platoon went over there, and third platoon right at the first bridge. So that's really good for me. And now we'll see, are we bringing in Whitman right off the bat, or are you going to hold him off?
I'm going to bring him in.
All right, so where is he going?
So this is, you worry a little bit.
So this is what, 25, 37 points. Bam, right there. Right in the forest, right where we expected you to be.
Give you a reason to come down this way.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here we go. We'll come back and see what Whitman does in German turn 1. Well, you know, you're just going to machine gun them, right?
Pretty much.
All right, so go ahead and roll 8 shots, because you got 4 each. Got to hit on 4s. Let's see this ridiculous dice.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Okay, so we got 4.
1 on bazookas, of course, or 2 on bazookas. 20 of
Okay, I'm gonna roll off the bazookas, and I get 1 off. 1 stays on. So here is for the bazooka, and he's good. And then I got 3 more. Where are the other 3 going?
Front guys.
Okay. All right. Well, I got 2 on the front guy, and then I get to choose. All right. So you got them in 2 front guys, and I'll put 1 on a back guy. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we've got the 2 front guys. 1 dies, and then the back guy. Oh, come on. All right. So let's see. This is this one here, and then this guy back. Well, no, it's machine gun. This guy back here. All right. So I lose 2 guys, and that's the end of turn 1. So now we're going to turn 2. All right. So I moved my guys over here and over here. Tried to assault. 8 machine gun shots, pinned them, so they had to break off, and the other platoon's moving into this bridge. So now we're going bottom of turn 2. So what are you gonna do? You're just gonna shoot them with machine guns, or what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do a little movement.
All right, so we'll come back with bottom turn 2. All right, so the Tigers are running away. I was successful in pushing them off. He took machine gun shots, got 1 hit. I made the save. So we're going to top of turn 3, but I'm going to roll this over here, see if they are unpinned. They are not, but I have the HQ, and they are. Okay, so they are unpinned, and we're going to top of turn 3. All right, so I used my sticky bombs. You can see he wiped out like almost the entire platoon. This guy's bailed, but I couldn't get him to run. He was going to run, but because he's HQ, he gets to re-roll. I lost my HQ, so I couldn't re-roll, and I broke off. So now, oh no, this guy was still good. He just broke off. So now, yeah, the first platoon's pretty much decimated. They use their sticky bombs. No, this guy's, go ahead and roll to see. He's going to get back in, yeah. So that's a total waste. All right, so that was my turn 3. I got my artillery. And then yeah, my planes didn't come in, of course. All right, so there we go. So now we're going to bottom of turn 3. So go ahead and roll for your first reserve. You got to pay off 37 points. So that's how many points you get back. 3. So that's 10, right, 3? Yes. So now you're down to 27 points deficit for your reserves, but these guys are beasts. And yeah. So now we're going to bottom turn 3. All right, so he just ran away like a little girl from my decimated platoon there.
Well, I gotta go get my decoration.
Yeah.
What's oak leaves?
What does it say? Discretion is the better part of valor.
Yeah.
So you blew up a platoon and you ran away.
2 platoons. I got the HQ too.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. All right. So now I rolled for my reserves. I have 3 points left over from last turn. So I got 13 points. I think that's the rest of my reserves, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll drop them and come back with top of turn 4. Okay, the rest of the airborne dropped in along this road here. The artillery is starting to move over here. The second platoon is moving into the village over there. Third platoon is over here. First platoon is getting out of there. Get out of there! And the planes did absolutely nothing, even though they came in. And I got 2,000 bomber. They couldn't even hit. So, yeah. So that didn't happen. So we're going to bottom of turn 4. So go ahead and roll for your reserves, because that's the only roll you got. And so that is 15 points added to your 10, so that's 25. So you're still deficit of 12 points.
All right.
Okay. All right. So we still got the Tigers to work with. What are you doing with your Tigers?
Tactical.
All right. I'm just going to keep it on here because it's probably going to be real fast. Oh, you're running away.
No, I'm getting
Still
into
running
position.
away? Such a coward.
And tactical. There.
All right.
Let me do a cross check.
Okay.
Couldn't quite fit through that hole.
Yep, got it. Continue your move.
2 inches, basically. Other end of the wall.
All right, you made it all the way through?
Yep.
All right.
16 inches. He'll use his main gun, which is 1 shot.
Okay.
And,
So this is Whitman over here.
yes.
Okay. All right, so 4 machine gun shots, needing 4s.
2 hits.
2 hits, and then the main gun. Miss. All right, so 2 shots, whatever you want it on, doesn't matter. 1 guy dies. So,
Very good.
well, pick a different one because that's the leader.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, because I want Jeeps there. Give me that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right, so that's the end of bottom of turn 4. So now I'm gonna see if these guys get unpinned. They do. See if I get planes, and I do not. So I get rid of this, at least. And we'll come back. I'm just gonna redeploy my guys, and then he's gonna go ahead and keep moving his tanks. So top of turn 5 now, right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is top of turn 5. All right, so I got my Jeeps out of there, dug in with the mortars, moved over with my guns, moved up with my 57s, and redeployed my infantry here and in the town. So I've got this bridge secured. Problem is, nobody's over there. And I don't think anybody's going to get there until my reinforcements arrive. So this is going to be pretty funky at that first bridge. Kind of the opposite of what historically happened. Planes did not come in, so I didn't get a shot on them. So now we're going bottom turn 5. So you roll. You're still down 12 points. That's 10 points. So now you're down 2 points. And the Tigers are just
On a
wreaking
blitz.
havoc. Blitz. Got it. So you can move 14, right?
No, I'm not moving 14. I'm moving
4.
not 14, just barely any. I'm just checking my 20 inches here.
Okay. All right, we'll come back with his move. So bottom turn 5 coming up. All right, so bottom turn 5, he blitzed, killed a 57, and blitzed away. So I'm going to see if they run away. They do not. And then I rolled for my planes, and they're nowhere to be found because they stink. And so we're going to top of turn 6. All right, so I moved my artillery up on the hill, spread these guys out, moved these guys around here, moved this guy up 2 inches, took a pot shot, missed, and these guys went to ground. These guys are already in ground. So now we got your reserve roll, your -2 points. So go ahead and roll your die. Was that 5? All right, French resistance, re-roll it. 3, okay, so that's 10, so you get 8 points.
Okay.
All right, so now he's finally in the positive, 8 points. What are you bringing in?
I don't know yet. I'm going to get
All
it
right,
right here.
we'll come back. Remember, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if he comes in over here, he can choose to opt out and then come in on another area. Okay, so we'll come back with bottom turn 6.
Yes, sir.
Bottom turn 6. German stuff is coming on board. All right, so yeah, forced you to kill him. So comes in over here, machine guns, and somehow kills a guy. And these guys came in and hit the gun, but I failed my check and he failed his firepower, so there you go. And so now we're going top of turn 7. Germans are starting to come on board, and it's going to get dicey. All right, shot with these guys. They hit, but didn't do anything, of course. The Jeeps came up, killed this, right?
Yes.
Jeeps killed a guy. They popped out. Machine guns killed the guys as they came out. The other platoon bailed this guy out, and these guys popped out. So let's see if this guy gets back in. I think he's reluctant now, right?
I'm going to leave him out.
I know, but is this guy, if he's bailed out or not? Okay, so he stays bailed out. And then you've got 2 points in your reserve, right?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll to see how many more points you get.
So 10.
So you got 12 points to come in. And these guys are kind of in trouble, but we'll see what happens. They're pinned. Oh, see if they're unpinned. And they are, so the infantry is unpinned.
Just moving them already.
Oh, wait a second, these guys are aggressive. I should have been hitting on 3s, right?
Yeah.
I forgot what I rolled, so I don't know. But I should have been hitting them. I was rolling on 4s there. Anyway, these guys failed to range in. And so all your guys jumped out?
Yeah,
Are you taking the transports off then?
No, I'm going to move the one that's not.
That guy is bailed.
Oh, this guy?
Uh-huh.
I was going to leave him there to.
Okay. Just for fun?
Yeah, why not?
All right, so,
Oh,
and then you got your 12 points to come in.
I'm going to try to see if I blow the bridge.
Okay, yeah, let's do the blow the bridge. 6.
Close.
No. Ooh, so close.
So the Tigers don't shoot this turn.
Okay. And so that bridge is going to stay intact. That's very fortunate for me. And we'll come back with bottom of turn 7, getting close to reinforcement time. See if those Tigers can bottleneck me up there, because that's apparently his plan. Hopefully these guns, I bet you when those guys arrive, this guy's going to run away just to really tick me off. He's going to hang out long enough to just not do anything. All right, so we'll come back with bottom of turn 7, see what he does. All right, so he brought in these guys. They shot up the Jeeps. All these guys shot up the Jeeps. His infantry jumped out, went over there. 88s are going to come in automatic next turn over here. And these guys tried to blow up the bridge, failed, so now they're free. And that's about it.
Yep.
You didn't kill anybody, right?
No,
Well, the Jeeps. You killed all the Jeeps.
Yeah.
All right, so see if that gun sticks.
Yes.
No. Okay, very good. Roll a 6. So that gun sticks, and so we're going to top of turn 8. All right, so I did a dumb assault over here. After doing awesome, killing a guy, bailing these 2 guys out, killing a bunch of infantry, got greedy, sent 2 guys in for assault, killed 1 guy. He killed both my guys and got to move in the building. I did wipe out these guys with artillery. These guys are okay. Of course, the plane did absolutely jack. This guy did nothing. These guys failed to dig in. So artillery did good, and these guys did good, but everybody else just totally stunk it up. So we're going bottom of turn 8. So see if he gets back in. What is it, 4?
Yeah, 4 up.
All right, 4 up. Go ahead.
Remount. Nope.
And see if he runs away.
Yes.
All right, so the half tracks run away.
No, they're just destroyed themselves.
Right, they panic. And then roll to see if he gets back in.
We'll do them together.
Okay.
Proximity. Nope.
And see if they run away.
Close to the leader.
No, that's not that's not your company HQ.
No.
Okay, so they're destroyed. All right, maybe I did better than I thought I did. Roll for your reserve.
I'll see if they're unpinned.
Oh, that they don't get
Oh,
pinned.
okay.
Because well, yeah, you're right. Did they get unpinned? What did you roll?
1.
Okay, no, well, they are pinned because of the original pinning of shooting them all up. Gotcha. All right, and then roll for your reserve.
6.
Oh, 25 points. That should handle quite a bit.
All right.
And so bottom of turn 8, and then when stuff starts happening, next turn. So we'll see what happens. All right, so he machine gun killed the stand there, failed his cross checks to assault, so he never got in.
Killed one though.
It said killed the stand. These guys moved up on the bridge, got his Stoogs, his 88s, moved his HQ in there, so now he's secure in the building because I made such a dumb mistake last turn. And that's about it, right? That's all we got. All right, so we go to top of turn 9. I get the Hurricanes. So let's see. Do I have to do... Oh, I got to unpin those guys, the green platoon, and they're unpinned. And then American planes. Yes, and British planes. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so here we go. Let's see what happens top of turn 9. All right, so I ranged in like a boss over here and did nothing. Ranged in like a sped over here and absolutely did nothing. Americans didn't even hit. I don't think they've hit you once. At least the British hit
they
you.
hit me a bunch. They just never damaged me.
It's ridiculous. Good news is these guys with their sticky bombs killed his HQ, but now they've lost a bazooka. They burned their sticky bombs. So if that platoon comes in over there, they're in trouble probably. And let's see. And that's it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I got shots over here. Let me finish that up.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear the British rumbling in the background, starting to get close. Tigers moved over here, tried to kill this gun, couldn't do it. These guys moved onto the bridge. Those are 7.5s, by the way.
Yes,
They're
they
good
are.
Anti-tank. These guys blasted away here. They didn't do anything. These guys tried to dig in, failed. These guys went to ground. Anything else?
Tanks took pot shots at him.
Yeah,
he just has to see if he runs again.
All right, and you got some points in reserve waiting?
10 points in reserve.
All right, let's see if he hangs out. And he does, because they're fearless. These guys are, I'm telling you, they're going to run just at the wrong time. And that's it, right? There's nothing else to roll. And so we go to top of turn 10. All right, so planes actually did something. They killed Whitman, but Whitman's ghost survives and possesses this tank over here. So, yeah, so that's very unfortunate. I did take out his 88s with my artillery. They're very good. These guys, they got through, but then they blew their both firepower. I needed 4s. Guess what I rolled? 2 3s. So they survived, but they got pinned, so that's good news. Dug in, so that's good news. And so now we're going bottom of turn 10. This is the last quote-unquote quiet turn. So go ahead and roll your, whatchamacallit? So that's 5 more points. So you got 15 total. Is that enough to bring in anything, or we're just going to sit?
I'm going to bring in these. And I'll have...
All right, so you got tanks. All right, so roll to see where they come in. 6. Right over there. Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, and I didn't shoot my bazookas at these guys. Hold on. So I need...
You shot one of them at it and missed.
No, I didn't shoot any that last turn.
Yeah, okay.
So 3's to hit. 1 hit. So go ahead and roll. Anything... Okay, it bounces. All right, anyway. Yeah, that's not working out too well over there, but I am holding you back. And this is what we're talking about, is that I sacrificed that bridge basically to cover this. So we'll see if I can hold out. There's a lot of pressure now being added over here. So we'll see what happens on his bottleneck, and then we'll see what happens on my bottleneck next turn.
Bail out. They stay
pinned down.
Yeah,
okay. Wow, fearless stayed pinned down. But it doesn't matter. They're not doing anything anyway.
They're just there for comfort's sake. Because even though you have to get me out of there to go past this bridge too, I think.
Correct. I got to dig out all your guys there. All right, so we're going to bottom of turn 10 coming up. All right, here comes turn 11. So he killed a guy with his machine guns, but then the assault guns couldn't do anything.
They hit you, though.
They did hit you. All right, and this guy went over here, turned his gun around and shoot here. These guys blitzed, turned around, hit over here, but that guy's hanging tough.
Now roll and see if he
was
runs.
a rock. What's that?
Now roll and see if he runs.
Yeah, see if he runs. Now he's going to run. Watch. Wow, he hangs in. So that's going to actually be helpful because my stewards are coming in. And then, let's see, is there anything else? No, everybody else is good. So British planes.
Yes.
And American planes?
Yes.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Turn 11. Everything gets crazy now. So Stewarts are coming on the board, but it's only like 3 Stewarts, so we'll see what happens. All right, so planes came in, killed one guy, bailed another, but these Stewarts came in and killed 2 guys.
Dog anybody?
Artillery killed a stand.
Bailed out.
See if they run.
No.
All right, so they're good.
Bailed out here.
Bailed out on so 2 up because they're ridiculous. Oh, look at that!
Just, all right.
Finally starting to get the rolls here.
The one bailed out here.
Bail out here. He's in, so they're safe. They don't have to run away.
Or blow
Which
up
is
in
really
place.
close. Yeah. And
Anything but a 1.
all right, so you get your reserves. So he's got, what is that, an HQ?
Yep.
All right, where are they coming in?
1.
1, so over here. And it is bottom of turn 11 coming up, so we'll see what happens there. And are they in? They're going to stay in there?
I'm going to try to take them out of forest.
All right, so go ahead and do your cross check. Do you know what it is? I have no idea. I don't know if that'll work.
Panzergun, air platoon, skill, trained.
No, it's a cross check on your movement. See all the way to the right? 4 up.
4 up.
Rolled a 3, so he's stuck in the forest right there. All right, so just leave him there. And he can shoot his machine guns if he wants to.
I'm going to turn this boy around.
Okay.
And scoot him up a little.
Alrighty.
To take some pot shots up there. Do I get any?
Not next turn.
Next turn.
Next turn you get some. All right, so we're going to come back with bottom turn 10. All right, we realized a big mistake. I thought that was an HQ, and I was looking around. I was like, man, where are the other Tigers? Because Whitman can only be in an HQ, and I was giving him rerolls on this assault, so he should have lost a Tiger if I understood his mistake in the beginning. Yeah. My fault for not double checking your force. So we're just going to go with it, and but he's got to start rolling to see. We're kind of as a regular platoon. And I don't know, maybe we should put him as fearless instead of an SS just to kind of balance it. You know, like I don't know. We'll think about it and figure out some sort of balancing because we gave him a lot of power there because I thought that was an HQ. And what happened here? So these guys got unpinned, right? And
I forgot to shoot with these guys, I think.
All right, so we'll come back to that in a second. These guys bailed out Stewart. These guys missed. Was there anything else? I think you're done. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and roll. Which one are you gonna do first?
6 shots with the cannons in here.
All right, so you need 5s.
1 hit.
Okay.
No, 2 hits.
2 hits. All right, roll 2.
1 dead.
1 dead. All right, and then these guys over here.
How many shots do they get? 2. I'll do 4 shots with the cannons.
Okay.
In there.
Yeah, because one guy's still bailed. He rolled a 1, even though it was a 2 up to get back in. Crazy.
All with I'm gonna do them all with on red team. So that,
okay.
Yeah. 1 hit.
1 hit.
Good.
Okay, good to go. All right, so I got to pull a guy there, and then that was it, right?
Yep.
Nothing else going on?
No.
So now we go to top of turn 12, and I think Crusaders are coming in. All right, so top of turn 12, pretty good. My Cromwells came in, and my Sherman HQ wiped out the rest of these guys, wiped out these guys. All the guys died except for 1. He rolled, he ran away. Blew up these guys. He rolled it. I'm just terrible rolling now. Now the dice have totally changed. You play long enough, the dice even out. Because I was doing terrible in the beginning. Now he's doing awful here. He rolled like a 1 and a 2, so they died. And since the HQ died, these guys ran away. Planes did nothing.
Artillery
Yeah, a double, repeat bombardment. Weathered it like a boss. And then these guys run away, and they're just like, okay, that's enough. Let's get out of here. Planes did nothing. Bazookas did nothing. So nothing's going on over here. All the action was over here. Of course, the Tiger survived. We decided that an honest thing to do was just to have him roll for all the turns that he would have been rolling, and then just let it go for the rest of the game. So he made all those rolls. Like, I mean, he had to roll a 1, but he had to roll like, what, 9 times or something? Yeah. And so he made them all. And so we just decided to leave the Whitman on there. But he's going to continue to roll. He rolls that 1, he's gone. And then it's straight shot up to the second bridge. What else was going on?
Plane shot.
Yeah, I missed.
Missed, yeah.
And
2 bazooka shots, hit.
Yeah, I didn't even range in, right?
Yeah,
they totally blew it.
And then, but the bazooka hit, but
it bounced, right? I did get a hit there. It bounced. And that's about it, right?
Yeah, so, just gotta see if I rebail. 3 up. Good.
Actually, it's a 2 up.
No, 3 up. Only with old hands near.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
I thought it was remount of 2 for the Panzer IIs. Yeah, remount of 2. Yep. I saw the book. All right, so he's back in. Roll for Whitman, though. Don't roll a 1. Don't do it. Oh, man.
Whitman loves it.
Oh, man. All the 1s and 2s you rolled, that was the one I need. I would trade in all those 1s and 2s on the infantry for that 1-1 there. So, yeah, he's going to murder my Shermans right now. So we'll see what happens there. And then he's got a bunch of tanks here, but no infantry, though.
Oh, I get is it the HQ?
Yes, HQ comes in over here. So,
no, dude, broke off.
Well,
that's what it is.
All right, so we're going bottom of turn 12 here. Okay, the rest of his reinforcements from the last game came in over here. Well, wait a second. Were they part of this? They're part of this company, right?
Yeah, but they were the HQ.
Right, but they're all by themselves. So when they run, they're the only platoon left in that company.
Well, I thought HQs couldn't run.
Yes, but once you're down to 1 platoon, they're gone.
So let's roll forward.
No, they don't roll. They're just.
Okay.
But that's once you're down to 1 platoon, doesn't matter anything. They're gone.
All right.
So that platoon got destroyed. That platoon got destroyed. So once you're down to 1 platoon, just like what happened with these guys here, remember?
Oh yeah.
They didn't get to roll. All right. So yeah. So that doesn't matter over there. And then he killed 1, bailed 2 out with the Tiger. Killed 2 guys here with these guys. So I'm starting to run out of guys over in the building. They need help bad. This looks like Arnhem, really. We should have stopped right here because this looks like Arnhem.
Bridge is not big enough.
Yeah. So let's see. So is that it? Yeah, I think that's about it. And now we're going to start breaking through. We're going to run the gauntlet and try to get up here and run another gauntlet and see what happens. So that was it, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's see. I got 2 bailed out over there. One gets back in, re-roll because it's an HQ. No.
He doesn't like it.
All right, so 1 guy is stuck there. And anything else? I don't think so. Oh, unpin over here because you pinned my guys down. They're good. They love it. And then the American planes? Nope. British planes? Yes. So we get the British. And we'll come back with top of turn 13. And I'm getting the rest of my forces, which is going to be an absolute nightmare. All right, so we'll see what happens. All right, good news and bad news. Good news is ding dong, the witch is dead. I brought in 2 Fireflies and 2 Wolverines with 17-pounders on. They got 1 hit and it went through. Got the firepower, so I finally took out Whitman, so that's good news.
You did what the Air Force couldn't do.
Yeah, well, the Air Force did take out this guy, but then these guys got across here using things. So now the traffic jam begins. Try to get these guys up here to try to deal. The planes they haven't ranged in 2 turns. And it's getting a little annoying.
Well, it's tea time.
Yeah. You know, I probably could have done it if I am smart. Move these guys up in range, so they took some pot shots, couldn't hit them. And then I'm sneaking in some reserves back there. And then these guys moved up here. So we're going bottom of turn 13. I think that's it for all reinforcements, right? Everything is on the board right now. So we'll see what happens. We're going to bottom of turn 13. All right, so he swung around here, killed 1 guy here, but this guy's well hidden. These guys did nothing, but these guys did machine gun the red platoon in there and pin them. So that's it for bottom of turn 13. So we go top of turn 14. Everything, well, I mean, I'm still bringing stuff on the board, but it's going to be a while before I can get everybody on there. And so see if I unpin those guys.
Yes.
I do. British planes?
Yes.
American planes?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That could really help. All right. So let's see what happens. Top of turn 14. All right. So planes did it. They just bailed these two guys out because I'm not playing very smart. And the traffic jam is starting to move through. I got some Shermans coming up. And so he's got these guys. Go ahead and roll those two guys. All you got to do is not roll a 1 and they get back in. Ooh.
Roll 1.
All right. So one guy gets back in. And then that's it, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what he does in bottom turn 14. Okay, we're going top of turn 15. Well, before we do, he came over here, shot machine guns, didn't do anything, tried to blitz, failed it, then came over here on tactical machine guns, killed the mortars, and that's it, right? 'Cause
Yep.
that's all you got. So everything is good, so we're going to roll for planes, right? Is that all I got to do?
Yeah, planes.
Americans
No.
and British.
No.
That's okay, because they're not doing anything anyway.
They were discouraged last round.
Yeah, they're pathetic. All right. But they did bail that guy. That guy stayed bailed out, so that's
Yeah, and you're sitting there saying, man, he just has to not roll a 1. What'd I do?
Yeah, exactly. So we go to top of turn 15. Okay, Airborne's starting to get a little dicey here. I was able to assault and kill a guy, but I can't get my guy back in, so he's going to get toasted here. Red Platoon doing a great job just bailing out guys, and then had to run away, left with 1 in the whole thing, so they're going to run probably next turn. Brown Platoon is getting in here, and the tanks are starting to arrive, so see if he gets back in.
Proximity?
Okay.
He does. He does not.
This guy does? Are you sure?
A 2 up.
Well, that's for the Panzer Force.
No.
Wow. 2 up. All right, so he's back in, so you got 2 guys there. And what else is there? That's about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we go with bottom of turn 15, see what he does. All right, so he moved all his tanks over here, killed off the poor Red Platoon guy, shot into there, but they loved it. And that was it. So we're going to the next turn. So I got Green Platoon,
16.
Brown Platoon, top of turn 16. Tanks are starting to arrive. So let us do American planes.
No.
And British planes.
Yes.
Okay, British planes are coming in. So that is good
They might
news.
actually do something.
They might actually do something. All right, so here we go for top of turn 16. All right, so it's top of turn 7. I brought up the Cromwells, and they magnificently hit these 2 guys, blew them up, and so the Stugs are going to run. So the Germans are clear now. So now we just got to see how fast I can get these guys off. So we're going to go to turn. We're going to calculate just how fast everything goes, and then that'll be the game. So we'll come back with our calculations. Here is our tank starting to squeeze through. I have guys that are not even on the board yet that are going to have to squeeze through, so this is going to take a while. So we'll come back and let you know how fast I was able to get them off the board. Okay, our final report. 3 Cromwells, 3 Stuarts. Turn 18, this is how they got off. 3 Cromwells, 3 Stuarts, Cromwell HQ, and 3 regular Shermans. And then turn 19, 2 Cromwells got off the board over there. They're all on the road. Turn 20, a full Firefly platoon, you know, the Sherman with 1 Firefly. Turn 22, the other one shows up with the Firefly and the Wolverines. Turn 24, the Sherman HQ now is only down to 3 tanks. And then turn 25, the Wasps. Turn 26, Universal Carriers and the 25-pounders. And finally pulling up the rear was the on turn 27, the Priests, 4 Priests. So yeah, that is that's a lot of lot of turns for the British to hold out. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the board sideways. We're going to put Arnhem Bridge over here, Oosterbeek Bridge over there, and the British are going to come in with 60 points, and then they're going to get 40 points reserve, delayed reserve. You know, I start rolling for points. And what he's going to do, the way we're going to do, because to simulate the comp group, and we're going to refine this rule, but he can come in anywhere over here until I take the northern part of Arnhem Bridge, and then he can bring in reinforcements over Arnhem Bridge at that point. And the way he's going to bring in reinforcements is going to be immediate reserves, but it's going to be special rolls. So if he rolls a 3, that's 5 points. A 4 is going to be 10 points. 5 is going to be 15 points, and a 6 is going to be 25 points. And if he rolls a 1, it's -5, so he's going to lose some points there. So it can be a back and forth thing, but he can keep racking up points. And since they're conf group, he can pick anything from any book and just bring it in and use up points. There's going to be no running away for the Germans. They're just going to keep wailing away at the British. So the British win if... what should we say? How many points of the British force here gets across either... Well, can get off the board, the short end of the board here. They need to get like a minimum amount of points.
Yeah.
What would it be? We're going to think about it, but
Yeah.
what the victory condition for the Germans is they can blow Oosterbeek on a 5 or 6. They can't blow Arnhem. But if they force the 1st Airborne Division to break, how about this? If the 1st Airborne breaks at any point, the Allies lose.
Okay.
But if the Armored Division, whatever's left, gets off the board, then the British win. Okay, if they can get all their guys off the board before the British Airborne breaks.
Okay.
Does that sound... We'll think about it, but I think that's how we're going to do it. There's no way I'm going to be able to do it. It's a bridge too far. It's just too much time, and it's going to be messed up. But I think that's how we're going to do it. We're just making up rules as we go along, as we see fit. We're just experimenting. This is kind of like beta testing or whatever. So we're just having fun with it, trying to simulate as best we can, the feel of it anyway. Of course, the forces are whatever we want, and that's the fluid part of Flames of War, where you have these what-if scenarios. What if Whitman showed up at Market Garden, he would have
been killed by an aircraft. He'd been killed by a Wolverine. Yeah,
he got killed by a 17-pounder M10. So that's how we're going to do it. We'll probably refine it. We'll talk about it over the week. And so the British have gotten through. Earliest they can arrive at Arnhem is turn 18. And that is a very long time. If 6 turns were a day, that would be 3 days. So they're going to arrive on the 4th day, which I think is pretty good, actually.
It's not bad, because what was it,
No.
like a week or something with the...
Yeah,
the storm?
so it took a while because they didn't do what I did. They didn't go after that bridge right before Arnhem. And they lost a lot of time sending the 82nd across the river to try to take it. So... Yeah, so are you having fun? I mean, is this...
I'm enjoying it. It's actually, it's really good. It's good trying new things, at least. I mean, it mixes things up.
Right. So, all right. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. And we got a special little surprise for Arnhem Bridge. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So definitely check out the next one, because I think you're going to like what our friend... Dwayne Taylor is our new supplier. So he's got a special thing for us coming in next week for the Battle of Arnhem. So definitely check it out. See you later.